If you're feeling sleepy, what's wrong with you? The show's starting soon. Do you mean I'll beatbox? This is Tavern Talk. I hope everyone is imbibing in your favorite what have yous. Let me know what you're drinking in the chat. I'm enjoying an Elysium Space Dust IPA. Shit, that got on my laptop.
Arms are loose, limp, and lazy. You are focusing on your fingers. Your fingers feel detached. Hey.
Brother Dan, you're known for just doing like guided meditations. When no one wants them to.
I do ASMR, like gorilla ASMR. Like someone was eating a picnic sandwich. Like they had a picnic and I just walked up behind him. I'm like, you feel the breeze across your face, and you close your eyes. It is
Brother Dan is great at parties for sure. Like everyone gathers in the kitchen, and he just starts like.
The temperature is neither cool nor warm. You cannot feel the temperature at all.
Hey, let's open this motherfucking door. It's Tavern Talk. Oh, man. The tavern is lively.
Look at because we got some friends in town, Ryan. That's why the tavern's bumping.
You know, when I was watching the Black Tower podcast, they did a video about masculinity, and it was Andrew, and he was discussing how, you know, Rand and Matt and Perrin were sitting down, and they were in a vulnerable, like supplicant position, and then Egwene walks in, and she was dominant, and it was really emasculating to the female perspective. And you know what Andrew said? He said, "Fuck that." He broke that down. He said, "No, that's not accurate." But anyway, do you know what I'm talking about at all?
No, but I'm giving you 4 more minutes. Go ahead.
All right. So there was a video that was put out by a kind of a small channel saying, is the Wheel of Time going to emasculate males? And they tried to break down the trailer, and Andrew did a reaction video about the breakdown of the trailer by this weirdo, and Andrew kicked it out of the fucking ballpark.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, if you could like kick a home run, he kicked that home run.
I appreciate that big time.
Yeah, everyone go to Black Tower Podcast, watch that video. This is oh yeah, here we go. That man right there is
Ryan. I love having control stuff.
These fuckers are more woke than they put on, and so are we, Dan. We are more woke than we put out, but humor is hard to be woke in humor. Oh, what are you doing?
I'm rubbing the sleep out of my eyes because I'm so woke.
All right, let's bring our friends in. Alan's not reading because
Oh, yeah.
I feel like doing like a Kermit the Frog thing from Puppets or something.
He was reading a vagina book.
There you go.
Sorry guys, it's I didn't know I was coming on live.
Show it
Yeah.
again, please. What chapter exactly were you?
was that a brief history of
It's-
Tarvalon?
It's in Dragon Reborn. Yeah, I'm on a reread.
Is that the
It's-
feminist tome by
Right.
It looks like that island is crowning,
Yes. It's
about to give birth.
yeah,
Yes.
a bit of that.
Nice.
Straight
You
out Tarvalon.
Sexy motherfuckers, you. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Chris isn't here.
Hi.
Come on.
Yeah.
You're talking
Yeah,
about Chris.
yeah.
He's the sexy one.
Hey, I'm only seeing what my eyes are registering now.
Wait,
And I'm seeing two sexy motherfuckers.
wait. Well, then you are gonna have to pay our writers back. We demand, Chris.
Yeah, bring in the sexiest.
We said we want sexy wheels.
It's
Well-
just that every time I've talked to Chris, he's been on his phone like at a church and has been just pacing around. I don't get his
I know.
true sense of sexiness
Yeah.
because he's just been too busy to be sexy.
He's
We
busy.
We couldn't send you the 10, so Alan is a 6. I'm a 4. That's a 10. The two of us together,
Other way around.
we got it covered.
But yeah.
Other
You
way
guys-
around. Okay, yeah.
Alan,
So you
Alan
got
always
it.
knows how to talk to girls. I don't.
6 plus
I
4
don't-
equals Chris.
It's
Okay.
more at the hypotenuse of
Chris
10.
is always the one that can talk to girls. I don't know how to.
Yeah, it
do
must
that.
be Chris. It's not me.
All right, everyone watching, Honey Badger's real name is Chris. If you're confused,
Yeah,
I'll
we're
take
talking
it.
about this sexy guy. No, The Wheel Reads is a first-time reader podcast. They are beyond where we are. You guys are on the Shadow Rising now.
Yeah, we're getting close to the end. We got a few chapters
Getting
left.
good.
Well, tell us where you're at, Ian
So
or Alan.
first off, can we reassure the audience that you two were not, even though you're white and bearded, you were not part of the January 6th insurrection on the Capitol?
no, I was not there. I think I was.
All
I'm
right,
letting
good.
you know.
I think we were recording that night. I think we did record that night.
Or were you sailing across the world? I don't know what's going on. with you.
Something like that.
Right.
But,
We're
um,
messing
yeah, I
about
have
in
an-
boats.
Yeah, they were messing around on boats. Yeah, so where we are, we just the tower just split. So that was the last chapter that we recorded.
Saw that
I
coming.
think Ian's read the next two chapters, but we haven't recorded those yet, so we're probably not going to talk about them tonight, just because. Yeah, we
Yep.
don't spoil ours. So we're
Spoilers
the tower.
for your spoiler for
My
yeah,
show.
yeah. So tower split. That's where we are.
So Egwin is in Saladar then?
No,
Okay.
Oh
No, this
yeah,
is
there's
what's-
one. Got one.
where Swan
Thanks.
gets deposed and the tower falls.
Okay. So
Gawain
who is
kills Hamar.
he
who
just
is
teamed
the
up with
Emerald
Logain.
now? Who's
They think it's gonna be Elida, but they haven't decided yet.
Yeah, we don't know.
Okay.
For
All right,
certain
so
yet.
this is like a very violent chapter where the students like best the teachers like regularly, right? Like they're all beating the shit out of their
Yeah.
fucking trainers, right?
Yeah, they kill.
Alan led the
Hamar and-
younglings to whoop up on what we would consider the good
yeah,
guys.
definitely not
so-
Gawain. I'm
Well,
definitely
not Alan.
Gawain.
Yeah, Gawain. Yeah, I was mixed up.
You know, I've had some bad coaches in my life, and I've wanted to like Tanya Harding them, like maybe take out a knee, but I'd never want to really just stab them through the heart.
Well, I used to be Ian's coach, so Ian.
What?
Yeah, that's true. And Alan,
Oh
Alan has caused a lot of physical harm and traumatic brain injuries to me. That's
no! Was
yeah.
he like land to your Rand?
early on? Yeah.
Yeah, teaching
Actually,
you the ways
wait,
of the world.
by the
like-
time I started sailing, Alan in high school was like, I don't want to insult you, but you were probably the number 2 sailor in the area.
I was
your
ranked third on
age.
the East Coast.
Yeah.
But
the,
two
the
in
the
number
area,
one
come
guy,
on.
the number 1 guy
Well,
was
that's
like right down
that's
the
the
street from us. He was
sailing
pretty good.
coast. We don't sail on the West Coast,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
guys
we
know-
rarely
that.
sail in Michigan.
All right,
So
and
East
San
Coast is
Diego,
all
San
about sailing.
Diego has great sailing.
Yeah. He's good West
Alan,
Coast
can
man.
you secretly channel the wind? Is
I
that what's
can.
going on?
I
Is this a secret you don't want anyone to know about?
You can actually, when you sail
whistle
enough,
softly.
you can learn to actually see the wind, which is pretty cool.
You could feel the wind. That's why you don't
Hold
shake
on,
the back
you've
of your neck.
seen wind.
What? Fuck you. What?
Oh, I've seen
Yeah,
wind.
no,
You guys
no,
haven't
Brian,
seen-
you can't
brings
let that
wind,
go.
you will
Wait, you're in
see
Michigan and
hear
you've
it.
not seen wind?
Yeah.
No,
you-
Brother
I've
Dan
seen the
brings wind.
results of wind. I've seen if rain goes diagonal instead of down. I've seen trees blow. But I've
sailed in
never
a
seen
snowstorm.
invisible air moving around. No.
It's a mixture between sight, context clues, and then also pressure changes. So you can actually
can
feel
What?
the hairs on your neck start
They'll
to
stand
move in different ways, and that way you can tell wind shifts are coming. And then on the water, you can see the way that the water's reacting to the wind, and that will tell you a whole lot about what the wind's about to do.
Well, so when I play Grand Theft Auto and I just swim out to the middle of the ocean and just kind of look around, yeah, like I can see where the wind's going, but I
Yeah.
got no fucking
Exact
neck
same.
hairs telling me what's going on. I don't have
So when
barometric and neck hairs.
So
I've
like,
never considered my neck hairs to be vision, Ryan. I've never been like, oh, I'm seeing something.
so like one
No,
of the
they're barometers, Dan. Your neck hairs are barometers.
So like one of the training things we actually have people do like in college sailing and stuff like that is go out to an empty field, close your eyes, face into the wind, and then feel for a wind shift coming, and then turn before the wind shifts with your eyes closed and know which way the wind's going to come next. So
I've seen fire.
it's
Jesus, Chancey. I forgot about chat for a second. Whoops.
Yeah. Well, then there was that
fire,
time
not seen rain.
Alan, we sailed past the water spout in the Albemarle Sound. I mean,
Mhm.
you could see the wind when it's tornadoing
Yeah.
and picking
Yeah,
up
one of the-
water and coming after you. That's
So I used to coach a college sailing team, and Ian was on that college sailing team, and they always used to hate me when I used to make them go sailing on snow days, because if it was snowing, we would go out in the water and go sailing. They're like, it's snow, it's freezing. But when the snow
It's
goes
awesome.
around the sails, you can see how the wind's interacting with the sail. It's like being in smoke, like in a wind tunnel and having smoke run across the sails. You can see the snowflakes interact, and you can see actually how the wind. So you can see when you're trimming your sail exactly what you're doing to the wind. So it's pretty cool.
I trimmed my sail yesterday. It still looks good.
Yeah.
No, Dan, your eyebrows look exactly
about-
caterpillar like.
2 more clicks.
No,
Dan.
that's
2
not
more
my
clicks.
sail, Ryan.
Oh shit! You manscaped your trim?
Welcome
You know,
to-
by the way, we're talking about
Sailing.
water. Ryan and I grew up in a town called Huntington Beach, California. There has just been what's called a major oil spill that has occurred there. They've shut down all the beaches. They're trying to protect the wetlands that hold like hundreds of different kinds of species of birds.
Dan, this is the
I've
second
seen
time,
pictures.
right? When we were kids,
that-
there were like tar sands, right?
I remember going to the beach and getting like tar on
Yes.
bathing suits, and it just won't go. You can't get it off, man. So we have like pelicans that
bug
are
is
covered
fire,
in this shit
bro.
now, man. So yeah, I'm
That
just
bug is
you know,
fire.
we only have so much natural resources, and we should, man. Yeah, it's fucking shitty right now that wildlife is now being threatened. They said they saw dolphins swimming through this oil slick. I mean, it's just gross. Fucking tighten shit up, guys.
The Dolphins are just trying to get that Dapper Dan look. They wanted to get that comb over, trying to
fucking
flick it a little
dolphins.
yeah.
Fucking dolphins.
That's pomade. That's dolphin pomade. Is that what that is?
So messed up.
You know, I think dolphins are just designed to make us feel bad about ourselves.
So we see dolphins all the time when we're out sailing, actually, because they love the keel of our boat. So at the bottom of the boat, they have a keel and they have a bowl at the bottom. They hump it. They literally go down there and hump the keel. It's
Dolphins. Do
Hey,
that.
do you have a like a live cam going on for
I've
that?
got a picture.
if it's
I got a
water,
picture
if
of
the
it.
water, if
Is
the
that a
water's
keel?
if the water's
Come on,
clear
like, you
enough,
should-
if the water's clear enough, we can actually just see them down there.
You should put a
just
keel
going at it.
cam on.
All right.
and
So
you'll
what
make
does the dolphin
millions.
dick look like?
Is
Alan
it
can
like
show
a
you, I can't.
lipstick or a corkscrew?
Yeah.
It's not corkscrew. It's not a duck dick. It's
Well, look,
Duck,
this?
wait, you've seen a duck dick?
no, I mean, I've seen Natural Geographic specials on ducks. So they have corkscrew dicks.
Yeah, they totally have corkscrew dicks, and they're like 12 inches long if you were to pull them out. They're enormous, and they're all squirrely.
Hey, Dan,
Yeah.
tell me more about this. How
I
You know-
pulled
you know
out a
the
lot
animal-
of things.
The animal
Yeah,
that has
like, you
the,
guys are search histories
the,
are
the,
just
the animal that
So
has the
here's how-
longest, the longest one per size is a barnacle, actually. Yeah,
Oh,
the
I've seen those too.
Pound for
barnacle.
pound.
Here's
Like
how
my
a duck has
ex-girlfriend?
sex,
Yeah, for
The
how
duck while
small
flying,
a barnacle
Yeah,
is.
they're
the
more
barnacle goes
penis
this
than
far.
body.
and then
Yeah.
do this,
more penis than body.
and then
I
they're
can't
in,
relate. I can't relate.
and then they do that.
Have you
And
seen
they
The
go.
Boys? There's a superhero in The Boys that's a superpower.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh,
break out
you
of
know what?
jail with that bad boy.
Yeah.
I thought you said the voice, and I'm like,
The
who, Kelly
boys.
Clarkson?
The boys.
La, la, la.
Yeah.
Guys, by the way, we have reality shows where people just dress up in costumes and sing. This is our society has deteriorated, disintegrated. Do you ever read The Hunger Games? We are the capital now, where everyone's just dressing like tigers and shit.
Yeah.
It's so
Nice.
funny.
But we're in the capital, so cool.
Yeah, you're right.
no big
Okay,
deal.
Jeunesse, this conversation is more Watt adjacent than about Watt.
What is
Brother
this
Dan,
about?
We're getting to
It
know.
took
yeah.
18 minutes for Daniel to be like, "Hey, is this about what?"
Come on. Dana's like, I don't want this.
If the puppets are here,
No, she
wait,
wants this. She
look
wants
behind
something else.
Ryan. That's clearly Wheel of Time related. Behind.
So
Ryan.
Bill
There you go.
Doman. So there we can bring it back in. Bill Doman.
Yeah, I do be dressed like Bill
Bill
Doman.
Doman.
There do be an oil spill.
There do be.
I can smell it.
Has Bill Doman ever been Tavern in his life, or is he just a Tavern like cuck?
That's
He gets
a good
sucked into
question,
it.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Thank
sails too close to the currents of Tavernness, and he gets caught up in them.
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes you get stuck in a current. It don't matter. No matter how high the wind is, you're not gonna beat the current.
Mm-hmm.
But who he is helping usually is not Tavern.
You can't run from the wind, boys.
Blasphemy.
You can't
Blasphemy.
run.
Blasphemy.
He is
What?
helping.
Well, Brother Dan, we don't
Nynaeve,
know who is
Egwin, and I mean, as of right now, those
Nynaeve and
those
Egwene
have
aren't
not been
Tavern.
identified as Tavern by Moraine.
That's your head cannon.
No,
By
no,
Moraine
Moraine's
at
in
this
charge. Moraine
Well, no,
defies
that's
the
Moraine's
Tavern.
like the deemer of all head cannon. Like, come on, bro.
If you
All right,
go
so
when we
who's
first
Tavern?
met, if we go when we first met Loyal and go by his definition
Dan.
of what Tavern is and how the world reacts and acts around Tavern, I don't see how the girls don't fall in that category.
All right, let me ask you a question then. So, Ian, have they been lifelong Tavern, or have they just recently? And I ask this because we've seen the effects that Tavernness can have on a village. Rand walks through, and there's fucking weddings or fires,
Spoiler.
deaths. No. This is
Yeah,
stuff
it's
that,
good. We've
that
been there.
Ian's seen. And this is just one of them. If there's like 4 or 5 Tavern in Edmonds Field, why isn't that place just wacky?
Because being Tavern
Because
doesn't
of old
just mean
Deal
that
blood.
everything's going
I
to go
asked
crazy
Ian.
around you.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, again, back to Loyal's definition. I wish I had it in front of me. I mean, being Tavern, sometimes it means you can affect the pattern, but sometimes the pattern draws you stronger in a certain direction, and it doesn't necessarily mean everywhere you walk, like just random ass shit's going to happen. Rand, we know is Tavern, but he grew up relatively normal. So, in my weird understanding of what Tavern is, when they were young and growing up and living together in Edmonds Field, there wasn't a need for their Tavernness to kick in and be wacky. But as the need arises, their Tavernness, their influence on the pattern, and then influence of the pattern on them became stronger. There's been way too many times. There's been way too many times where like things have happened that just absolutely need to happen when they happen to our female travelers as they're going around, specifically Nynaeve and Egwene and Elaine. You can't just sit there and go, "What a nice coincidence! What a nice coincidence!
Ooh,
what a nice coincidence!"
Yeah.
And then 4 chapters later, you're like, "What a nice." So on our show, y'all do what you want. You know, you're grown men and puppets. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't know what
fuck off.
puppet gender is. Sorry.
No, it's okay. No offense.
We're
do what
grown
you want.
thems.
But I just call the most of our female characters Tavern now. If they walk like a duck, if they quack like a duck, if they have corkscrew penises like a duck.
Yep. They fuck like a duck. Yeah.
You're being called out specifically. Can you please say Tavern in Loyal's voice?
Please.
I can't. Loyal might be able to, but I'm not very good at.
Loyal's voice
you're
has
really
been
saying
described
no? You're saying
as
no.
like
Ryan, I don't think
Well,
anyone's
Loyal.
ever said no to our chat ever.
I know.
could
Like,
go get Loyal. Do you want Loyal?
Yeah, go
to
get
say
him.
it?
Can you go get him? please?
Loyal. Hold on. Loyal, come here. Loyal.
All right.
All right. We're getting loyal. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry,
done.
I was looking down because I was trying to see if the companion had anything about Taviran, but nah. It just has that.
Oh.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yes.
And I'm gonna be Matt. Shut up, Loyal. I hate hearing about that word. Every time Loyal, that is his go-to crutch. He's like, "Well, shit, you're Tavern," and they're like, "Would you shut the fuck up about that stuff?"
You're like, bro,
I don't like that.
I robbed a liquor store. I got away with it. I'm feeling horrible. And he's like, well, you're Tavern.
Well, it's like someone saying, "Well, you're Justin Bieber," and Justin Bieber going, "Well, can you shut up?"
Yeah.
Or someone saying you're Gawain and just Ian, really?
Well, I mean, it's
should Justin Bieber
so
play
similar.
Gawain?
There's so many similarities. I'm sorry. To be fair to Loyal, Jordan didn't really give him much plot development for almost an entire book. There was like 3/4 of the book where all he could say is Tavern, like,
Tavern,
and then they move on to something else, you know. And all the
well,
other
let me ask you your opinion on this. Loyal left his steading.
Jesus, Dan.
Okay, all right.
Jesus, Dan.
All right.
There's
right.
a lot of crossover.
Chris, philosopher,
who I think likes Philodo. Tam should be considered Tavern since he found the babe in the fray of chaos. Well done, Chris.
Well, he's a time traveler, so
you should consider it and then reject it. Yeah, because the time traveling really throws it off. You're right. That's where.
So was it Tam being Tavern, or was it just Uterine Rand just blasting his Tavernness from the placenta?
It was a mixture, I think, of that and the DeLorean that Tam uses to do his time travel.
And the tachyon radiation. You got to remember when he time travels, that initial movement through the wormhole of space and time, it releases a lot of tachyon radiation, and it might seem Tavern, but you could do the math. It's physics. Yeah.
Okay, let's put a pin. Let's put a pin in the time traveling real fast. Okay. Let me ask you, Loyal left the steading like a good 4 or 5 years before he meets Rand and the boys.
That was like 2, but that's about the same.
Well, all right. Let's a few years. Let's just say a few. Fuck it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Was this the pull of Tavernness, or would some other Ogier who could have read the script to go through the ways have been encouraged to leave a closer steading if Loyal wasn't nearby?
So again, earlier I talked about how, and I guess need plays into it. But when they were younger, they were still Tavern, but like the pattern wasn't ready for them to act yet. They still needed to grow up some. So like the strength of a Tavern and how they affect people close by and far away changes, or can change depending on the need, right? So I think at the time, even when Loyal met them, if Loyal would have been in a different inn, I don't think the pull would have been strong enough to suck him in. I don't think the vortex was like, this gigantic black hole, like no matter where he is, he's getting sucked in. I think because he happened to be there and cross paths with him at the time, that's what sucked him in.
Okay.
Could they have used the ways without him?
No.
At that time, no. Yeah, I don't think Moraine was bluffing at that time. I don't think she really could have figured that out on her own. Well, they probably couldn't even have found that Waygate.
No, and Leandrin had like crib notes. She had a cheat sheet that every post she was like checking her notes and all right, I guess we go this way.
So yeah, no, I mean I don't think so. I could be wrong. Again, I haven't finished the series, but
no, that's fine.
I think you might get to the point where one of these characters that are Tavern, like they're doing something so significant that their Tavernness, like even when Rain was traveling around and as he passed through villages, people were getting married and losing their shit. It's not like that happened everywhere in the entire known world. It was within proximity of where he was. But
it didn't happen in Emmons Field.
Well, let's just say, bro, we're like, hey, Ian, 75% of people who like appear on our show get laid like within 24 hours of being on our show. So like, is that Tavern or is that just like, hey, like you've been on our show and like you get the LeafCast bum, baby, woo?
Yeah.
That's probably
All right.
not wrong
No,
because
I'll give you a high
75%
five,
of the
Ryan.
time I'm on your show, I get laid. That's
Like
Nice.
on the show,
Yeah,
and no one can
baby.
see
Yeah.
the camera, right?
well, I mean afterwards. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, afterwards, yeah.
I
Here in the intermission.
I'll go over there afterwards and. What?
Wah, wah, wah.
He's like, wow, there's 75% of the time I'm over there.
It's in the spreadsheets. Yeah,
It's in the
You know, they've been on our show together
Spreadsheet.
like 100% of the time, Ryan. They've been
Oh
together.
my god, damn it! I just realized what spreadsheets meant.
Oh, spreadsheets.
Little
Spreadsheet.
innuendo.
Spread them sheets. Spread them
Yeah.
sheets.
All right, let's talk about something that were in the chapters that we read with our first time readers.
Okay.
And this is Matt's luck. Matt is he gets his get out of jail free card through the Amaranth's note that says, hey, whatever he's doing, it's fine. I allow
And
it.
shut up about it.
And he's like, I want to get on the first ship, but then he's like, I don't have enough coin, and he wins every time. This is the first time that we see him do every time.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
said, yeah, my luck is I generally win more than I lose, but guess what? That's me in Vegas. I generally win more than I lose, but I don't gamble a lot. So, but when I go there, I don't lose my shirt ever. I mean, I win $100 or something. You know, it's so that I associate
Just
with
enough for you
Matt,
to
but
come
I don't.
back.
But I don't have super luck. But suddenly his luck is super.
Yeah.
So
We've talked about this on our podcast, but we have a friend, Ian and I have a mutual friend that actually has Matt like luck. And I'm not even joking. Like everything he ever entered in, he won. Like he won a free go-kart, a free PlayStation. The first lottery ticket he ever bought, he won like the $1,000 maximum prize on a dollar scratcher. He found a lottery ticket on this,
20 grand.
literally on the ground, and
20
it happened
grand.
to be like it was a 20 grand winner. Like I mean,
Found
like
it.
this is the like he is
Already
like
scratched.
The,
He didn't even have to scratch it. It was
he didn't
already
even scratch it.
scratched.
Some guy scratched it and then thought it was a loser, threw it on the ground, and picked it up as a $20,000 ticket. Like, yeah, this guy is Matt when it comes to luck. Now, when it comes to everything else in life, I don't know. But
Is there
But
He
a-
went to
likewise-
Vegas. He went to Vegas and gambled away his rent money.
yeah,
So,
he lost everything in Vegas. Vegas was his golf
that was a
kryptonite.
bad trip for him.
It was not a good trip
Right.
for him.
So, Honey Badger, where does this luck come from?
So
The dagger?
I re-listened to these chapters and I didn't have time to read, but I re-listened just to kind of freshen up where we're at. And I remember, of course, we always have crazy theories. I was thinking at this moment that Matt also has the ability to channel and doesn't know it yet. And well, since from then until where we're at now, we haven't really had too much to really prove or disprove that. I mean, there's nothing about what Jordan has written that has pushed me any further in that direction. When I go back to these chapters, I started thinking it again. I mean, I guess Tavernus could pull people into your web. I mean, now I'm starting to think, is there a lot of examples of Tavern people being Tavern and it affecting inanimate objects? I feel like the power channeling would have more effect on inanimate objects. Like it's about to be, you're trying to get all sixes and it's all sixes and one's a one and it's teetering. And then by channeling, you can just, Jedi mind trick that thing and roll it over or something. That seems more like a channeling thing. Yes, I guess.
Well, there's a mention right before these chapters. They were going through the list of the stolen Terangriel. And one of them, Nynaeve's like, hey, Matt would fucking love this. It says here, item, 5 dice that are linked. It seems to have affected luck and chance. Someone flipped a coin and it landed on its side like 50 times in a row. Some weird shit like that.
But is that one that
and-
requires you to channel to be able to use, or is this
That
one
is
you
a
don't have to be able to
Terangriel,
channel?
yes. Yes.
Okay, so you don't have to channel and you can use it.
Right. So this is something different. Matt is not channeling at all. And when they got onto the boat with Tom and he just like starts dicing just by himself and he got the same roll 5 times in a row. And Tom's like, Well, no wonder you're so
You
fucking
got loaded
rich
dice
right now.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, seriously, no, I
It's not the
swear.
dice.
It's weird. And he flips out when someone says the dark one's own luck. He's like, don't you say that. Don't you ever. To like a big dude. So,
No.
so I don't know.
What do you think of Matt? Like, what's your summary? What is your summary right now of what Matt's luck is? Where does it come from? What's going on with that?
I mean, everything seems to play into it. I mean, yeah, there's residual dagger Matt. I mean, I don't think you ever really get all of that out of him. And I think even Moraine kind of alluded to that. Like, it's one of those wounds, one of those attachments you never perfectly heal. There's the Tavern-ness. I still think there's a chance of channeling. I mean, I don't know. Y'all can talk me out of it. I got a lot of books left. I might hold on to that for a little bit.
Oh, that Matt is showing?
Yeah, you know. It's,
Okay, cool.
Shoot, I still have a theory that it's possible for anybody and everybody to channel. It's just for some people way harder than others, and there's a different process to be able to, figure that out. But anyway,
It's like yoga.
Do you think
you just practice?
Do you think
enough,
channeling is a genetic trait?
I'm thinking that may help it. It could enhance it, or it could make it easier for some people to channel or learn to channel organically. But I don't believe it's absolutely necessary because, again, I think I still have a feeling that everybody could.
Do you think there are ages that there were more channelers? And do you have any idea about why that age? Right? Right? What do you think?
I mean, it really depends on the midichlorian count. That's
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and like
I have
charts.
Yeah. What are metachlorians, Al?
I audibly responded to that in the movie theater when they did that. I harumphed like I've never harumphed in public. I was like, what? Like basically, I was like, oh, how dare they? Yeah, that book it really is smoking. It's one of my favorite books.
It's fantastic.
It's on fire.
Yeah,
it's straight fire.
Gordon's the man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he runs into Tom. Is this a Tavern thing?
Tom seems surprised for the
you guys
first
are starting
time
to
in his life.
Y'all are reminding me of when we first started reading these books, and Alan kept asking all these really deep questions, and Chris and I were like, "That is a great question." I have no fucking clue.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that's a fair answer. Always.
So you're telling me Alan's been phoning it in for like a year, huh?
Yeah, he's got a way of asking those great questions that we're just like, I don't know, but I like the question. I just don't know what to do with it.
So, all right. Well, let me ask you so we have these foot pads. Matt kills a dude off a bridge. So it's time to throw the dice, and ends up just hurting himself by his stick hitting his ribs, even though he fell 40 feet. Fucking cool. And he's like, "You got bad luck, buddy," and then walks away. And then the same foot pads that he heard chasing him are the ones that were on the boat. And he's like, he recognized the voice. Who do you think sent these people to kill Matt?
Oh, yes. Bad guys.
Okay.
A Forsaken of sorts.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Was it a Forsaken? Was it someone who lost some money to Matt and was disgruntled?
I think Forsaken. So we're at the part now where when we first read the Dark Friends Social, I was like, man, the Dark Friends, they're so organized. Like, they're totally going to win this because our Aes Sedai keep arguing with each other. The good guys they don't know what they're doing. We're relying on a bunch of kids that are totally clueless about the world. Like, the good guys are screwed. The Dark Friends are so organized. And then as we've started peeling back the layer on the Forsaken and realizing that they all have different agendas, they all want power to themselves. They don't necessarily serve anyone. And they have different people that work for them, and they have different strategies on how they go about doing it. So yeah, they probably work for a Forsaken. Which one? I don't know. Maybe I should know at this point, but I don't know.
That's okay. Well, let me ask you, in who you have met so far, who would you consider to be the most effective dark friend?
Oh, we just met her. What was her name, Alan?
They didn't give her name in that chapter, but she was a Forsaken. We know that much.
She compelled the living bejesus out of Nine Even and Elaine. Like,
yeah, it was in Tanchico.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was awesome.
We get her name in a few chapters, but we haven't got her name yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And do you think that you'd seen this person before, or is this the first time you'd ever seen this character?
Someone mentioned possibly a land fear, but then we started talking. The way Jordan wrote her in there, she seemed very new to the scene. Like maybe she was a little bit further trapped, and the seals just released enough for her to come out and join the game.
Okay.
So I get the vibe she's new to the scene. Yeah. She's taking notes like, wait, tell me about this. What happened to this guy?
Let me wipe this soot on my face.
What?
Fuck. I was recreating a Forsaken birth, bro.
Sit on my face?
No,
Son.
That's what I heard.
Son.
yeah, well, you would.
Yeah. I heard it too.
Okay, yeah. Ryan, you said it.
Yeah, I would say Pater's the greatest dark friend, but we all know he's the crappiest dark friend out there. Like he
Worst
is literally
ever.
Worst dark friend.
Most punchable.
Most punchable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Ian, do you think all dark friends are dark friends by choice?
Sheesh. So early on, I might have said yes, but now that we've seen the progression of Pat and Fane, we see there's some dark friends, there's some Forsaken that can compel the living bejesus out of people. I feel like maybe not. And there's probably people that are just more susceptible to being compelled or being controlled. And, the dark friends, Forsaken, whoever, they take advantage of that. But I don't think it's always a choice.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think some people choose. I mean, it's like people that join pyramid schemes. Like, there's some people get suckered into it, and you're in too deep before you even realize it. You've already paid like the $100 to get in. Now you feel like you have to do it. And there's some people that get really gun ho about it.
Sounds like my sex life.
Yeah,
Alan, it's not a pyramid scheme. I'm just saying, if you get 2 more friends to sign up, I make diamond level, and then I'll teach you how to make diamond level.
Yeah,
we have seen diamond level dark friends. They drive that pink Cadillac.
Yes.
They have the fancy nails. They have the nice hair.
Yeah.
But we've also seen extortion being done on the dark side. We've seen
Talon War, right?
A Fade was speaking to the White Cloak.
Was it Talon War?
No, the White Cloak was
the White Cloak.
The man who calls it Force.
No,
Force?
Like he met with Bayer, and then he was like, "Oh, fuck yeah, I'll get Rand."
It's Child.
No, it's not Child.
Yeah, Pat and Fane was also there. That was like a boom, boom, boom series.
Talon War's not
Pat and Fane. No, Pat and Fane was a merge. It was a merge roll, and he started throwing him around the room, saying, "If you don't fucking kill Rand,
it's Eamon Valda, Eamon Valda."
Yes,
he was the guy who's the questioner. And the Myrdrill's like, well, if you don't kill him, I'm gonna kill someone in your family. If next month he's not dead, I'm killing someone else. If next month he's not dead, I'm killing someone else.
It was not Valda. It's Jacob Carradine.
Oh, there it is. Jakeem Carradine.
There we go.
Mr. Howley wants to know, how did you know the color of his nails?
Well, because you're diamond level always, MR Halley.
Yeah, in our hearts.
We have seen that. We have also seen extortion levels with Rand and his dreams, where his mother was like, Rand, they rape me. Yeah, that sort of thing. So to Ryan's point, could there be like a high lord of tier where this sort of extortion's like, if you don't sign up, buddy, I'm just gonna kill your mom and then your wife and then your kids, and they're like, well, fine, I guess I will. I don't know. Fuck.
Sure. I mean, that's a different type of compelling.
Correct.
compulsion,
But this is
but-
what we've
Yeah, no,
seen.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen dark friends threatened with death worse than death,
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
right? Yeah.
Can I just get a regular
I
death?
think I might do.
Like, why do I have
pretty
the really
much-
messed up
Yeah.
bad death?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I had like
not
someone threaten me with death worse than death, I might just be like, fuck yeah, I'm a dark friend, even though my heart is like I'm all the way the leaf. Sorry.
Yeah.
I love Brother Dan too much. I don't want him to be anally probed by dark friends nightly
Ryan is obviously the best.
with razor blades slicing his eyeballs and
Ugh.
hot tomatillo sauce just slathered on his genitals
So
over and over again.
what do you think Ian stopped someone from just saying they're a dark friend and being a double agent, like not really giving in, just saying like, okay, I'm gonna be a dark
Secret
friend.
agent man.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
we had Ingtar as a dark friend, but he seemed to find salvation at the end. Rand gives like some like solemn blessing. May the hand of the Creator, the light, and the may the shelter you, blah 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 blah. And he's like, thank you, thanks. And then he goes and like he changes his mind at the last minute before he dies. Do you think that all dark friends have this option?
Yes, I think it's. I mean, you can even relate it to life when you're being manipulated by whomever. If you're being manipulated, then there's something you fear losing, and once you give up that fear, then you can't be controlled anymore. So it's pretty simple, but you have to be able to detach yourself from the things you've valued so much that you made a deal with the devil. So it's going to be difficult. Doable.
Do you think that act like in essence absolved him? Or do you think he wanted like
what's
if
the
you were
religion
like the
structure
absolver of all bad and good, is Ingtar free from sin?
I mean, in my world, if I'm the one doing the judging, sure. Like I don't hold permanent grudges, and I think everybody has infinite chances to get it right. You know.
So
We all
just
screw up.
like give it like one last effort. He might have like killed 100 people innocently, but like that last stand, hey, give it to him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right,
Cheers.
It's like Anakin or Darth Vader. You know, he killed like half the galaxy and like blew up entire planets and
Younglings. It's the
and killed
younglings that gets
younglings
me.
and killed younglings and then you know
Nice.
at
Oh
the
yeah,
end-
look, a room full of
and the-
little baby Jedis, right?
and the end of Return of the Jedi, he just is like, oh well, I'm good now. And they're like, everybody's like, oh, he's good now. Forget about everything he's done. It's
Balance.
It's fine. He's balance.
Hey, he's
We're
a
good now.
hologram just like all the good guys. There he is.
Yeah, he's good now. He forget about all the rest of the stuff.
That's funny. That image of him standing in front of all the babies with his lightsaber out was just like an image like that, like encapsulated Disney entertainment for me
All right,
as
Vader-
a whole.
So
Just
Glenn
killing your
tries to correct
childhood.
me. Glenn
Just
tries
all
to
at
correct me that
Disney.
Vader never blew up a planet. Okay, he was there with Alderaan. All right, he was on the Death Star, wasn't he? Wasn't he
Oh
on the Death
no!
Star?
Hey, let's get into it. We're having a nerd off. Glenn, who the spooky hippie, he's normally the geeky hippie, is saying
Vader never blew up a planet. Was he
I've
not
got
on
you
the Death
now.
Star when Alderaan got blown up? Like, I know it wasn't his direct order, but he was there.
I think
don't
he was
know.
there. I think he was part of the planning committee for sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
No.
I think he's probably part of the planning committee for
It wasn't exactly his fault, but he didn't get to Romulus in time with the dark matter, and they held him responsible. So then he traveled through time. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I mean I know Tarkin made the order, but anyway, it's yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he almost killed a junior vice president by choking him.
Mhm.
The guy in charge of marketing.
That's the best.
All right, look at
I
the
thought he
younglings.
was
Just
just
look at the
choking out.
younglings. All right, look at the younglings. Let's stop there.
All right.
What's really bad, what kills me in that scene is for a brief moment, the younglings look to him for help. Like, help! They're everywhere.
Yeah, they're
help.
like, "What's going on,
He's
Master?"
like,
He's
"Well, I'll
like,
help you."
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but balance.
So
It
the last
balanced out.
the last kid to die, he's watched Luke Skywalker,
I really like where
Or,
this is going, guys.
or not Luke Skywalker, Anakin, just tear through his entire class. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Nah, zoom, zoom. And he's like, did I get them all? And then he looks, and there's this kid hiding behind a chair. And he's like, hey, Jacob, all right, hey, can you come out? He's like, I don't want to. That
He's like,
kid,
no, it's gonna be okay. It's a, yeah.
he,
This is, I made a
yeah,
mistake.
he
You're
actually
fine.
let that kid live. And he said, tell him what happened here.
And that became Jakeem Carradine.
That became Carradine, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the man who calls himself Boris. Bringing it all full circle.
Boars.
All right, who
What
do you
you
think
talking
Boris
about?
is? You think it's Jakeem?
No, we've already confirmed that.
We figured, yeah, we figured
Yeah,
out Boris.
That's been confirmed.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
confirmed. Yeah.
But let me ask you. So we were
wait.
on. We were talking with Seth and Aradia of What Spoilers. We got asked to do a little panel for their spoiler con, and we talked headcanon stuff. And one of the things that their headcanon is that Rand is somehow still traveling in his dreams, and that's why he is able to stay ahead of Moiraine and the party that are chasing them. He loses his horse, and yet they aren't able to catch up as they're going to Tyr. And when Egwene steps into his dream, he is just sitting in front of a campfire looking at a campfire.
Just chilling.
But still yeah, just chilling, but in travel mode still, perhaps.
Ooh. Well, that's interesting. I would almost have to reread with that perspective to see if it makes sense, to see if there's things that prove or disprove that. That's kind of like you're hitting me with some Sixth Sense stuff here, because like
Hey.
I moved along, I have been considering that, and then you're like, by the way, main character's also dead. And you're like, no, what? Hold on.
Yeah.
And then you got to watch it again and be like, no, I'm going to prove that's wrong. There's no way.
You're like,
Ian, I told you.
Ah, shoot.
I told you
Yeah, no,
guys
that's
to
right.
bring your shovel. I told
He was in
you
a
to bring your
coma.
shovel. We're going deep, dog.
oh no, he's
Yeah.
been in a coma since Winter's Night.
Since Winter's Night, the entire time. It's all just a dream. None of this is real. None of this actually happened. He literally slipped and fell while cooking stew for Tam. And no Trolloc, nothing ever happened. Trollocs never existed. He just hit his head. And it's all just made up his head. That's
Yeah. Well, we joked about that early on. Like Alan hit us was one of those questions, like not even halfway through the first book. Like, how do you think this is going to end in 14 books? And I joked about it, you know, the world being saved over Game of Stones. And I don't know if it was Chris or I, but somebody threw out maybe it's all just a dream sort of thing. So, yeah.
Guys, really, let's be very, very cognizant of spoilers,
Yeah.
please.
Some-
Right.
Now,
something
the
trem-
chat
yeah.
could be full of spoilers, and Ian himself, we cannot control this fucker. He
I'm not
might be
touching
looking at
chat.
chat himself.
I'm not
You're,
touching
you're a maniac. Yeah. All right. Stay away from the chat, just in case.
I don't
Yeah.
click links because then
We'll pop up the relevant things.
Also,
it could be something traumatic. I mean, when you have a traumatic experience, you know, you can create an alternate reality in your head. I mean, that happens all the time. I mean, think about like Finding Nemo. I mean, obviously Nemo's not real.
right.
Marlin's actually the bad guy in the
He
entire.
lost his wife and all his kids died. And
Well, I mean, if you look up so if you hear the theory about it, like barracudas actually don't eat fish eggs in the world, but you know what does eat fish eggs and eats their own fish eggs? Male clownfish. So there's a
Ooh.
theory out there that Marlin actually
baby.
ate all of his own babies and then was traumatized by it, and just created Nemo in his head as a way to cope with his guilt.
luckily he found Dory with like horrible memory. That's the only reason she stuck with him. Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Wow. So Dory is a manifestation of his desire to forget about the
Yeah.
guilt of him consuming his own offspring.
Yeah. 'Cause
Bam.
barracudas do not eat fish eggs. That's actually, yeah.
Yeah.
And Nemo actually means no one. That's another little fun fact.
Finding no one. He's
Finding
really
no
trying
one.
to find himself.
Wow.
I just ruined Disney for everybody.
No,
Thank you.
I get why people call you
Disney
a dark
ruined
friend.
Disney
This
for
is
everybody.
amazing.
You're okay.
Is this a good time to take a break, Dan?
Hold on. Where? No. Where is Nemo? So Nemo is Captain Nemo from not Moby Dick, right? It's,
Hey, what do you call me?
I
Nemo's in
called
Star
you I
Trek.
said you have a mighty dick. Ryan.
That's
Dang.
You're a fuck machine. Homie.
Yeah, Nemo in
Shum,
Latin.
shum, shum, shum,
Nemo
shum.
in Latin means nobody. That's what Nemo means in Latin.
I thought Nemo was a cat.
Oh, he is. Yes,
Ahab
yeah. Captain Nemo
and Captain Nemo.
in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Was
Okay,
Captain Nemo.
that's
yeah,
what it
yeah,
is. Okay.
yeah. But actually, in Latin, Nemo means nobody. So it's a Latin word. So anyway,
Latin's a dead language, so I
now
can
you
neither
know.
confirm nor
Knowing's
deny what
half
you're
the
saying.
battle.
What'd you call me?
Dark Friend Alan. Yes, everybody's now mad at me for ruining everybody's childhood. Sorry.
Hey, what's even better? Now that you hear that, go watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not wrong.
It
Not
fits.
Yep, that's what she said.
Well, and half of the
No,
Disney
she
movies,
didn't. Ian, stop it.
half of the Disney movies are adaptations that have a happy ending, but Little Mermaid certainly didn't have a happy ending. I don't think Beauty and the Beast necessarily had an happy ending in
No,
the original either.
They were appropriately
was killed.
appropriated, Dad. They were just appropriately appropriated, and we
Look,
all
and
knew that.
I'm from the land of
Little
Matoka,
Mermaid
and I
story?
can tell you Pocahontas was wrong because as
Yeah.
she's singing one of her songs and going down a canoe, she goes over a waterfall, and there are no waterfalls in Tidewater, Virginia, not one.
Yeah, and like
no
in
smoke.
the
You got to go
marriage
very
scene
far west. Yeah.
in the Little Mermaid when he got a boner, that was factually accurate.
Well, and raccoons are nocturnal, so a raccoon's not going to hang out in a canoe with an Indian, or I'm sorry, a Native American person
Right.
of any gender.
And then in Little Mermaid, if you read the real story behind Little, that's not children's stuff. It's pretty freaky.
All right, with that, let's just say a hearty huzzah to Mr. Howley, our Bard level Patreon.
Let's go, M.R. Howley, clap, 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 clap. M.R. Howley, clap, clap,
Your
clap, clap, clap.
support
M.R.
means
Howley.
that we will be able to travel to whatever thing we are asked to do, like the Wheel of Time Con. It's going to be
sorry.
amazing.
Is that a wart?
What's happening?
That's-
What are you doing?
Tom
Dan?
on head looks
You
like an
just
uncircumcised.
ruined it all.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't.
I know.
didn't
It's
know
all
it was
good.
gonna
Everyone
happen.
loves it. All right, here we go.
Sorry, right?
We're sharing screen. Let's all mute our mics and take a 10-minute break.
All right. Our Vader.
Nice. You said 10 minutes?
Yeah, what happened, Ryan? Let me tell them the music stopped.
Can they all still hear me? Can everybody hear me still?
Yeah, everyone hit mute. And if you can't do it, I can do it. Fuck.
All right. Oh my God, everyone,
Boom.
we're back.
Hey, Ryan.
Yes, talk to me.
I've gotten some requests. We're just gonna do it now. Let's just get this shit out of the way, shall we?
Yes.
That clip
baby.
may or may not be in our next episode dropping on Tuesday. You will be cited in the show notes.
Like and subscribe. Guys, welcome back. We're back with the Wheel Reads. Thank you guys for hanging out during our wonky break there, but we persevere. This is what we do. Oh. Whoa. Oh.
Oh.
He dropped it like it's hot.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, you guys want to do some Ryan gossip?
Yeah, let's
Yes,
do some Ryan.
okay.
What's going on?
All right, so did you guys know that Ryan is like 6'7" or 6'8"? He's a giant dude.
He's tall.
Yeah.
He's super
Well,
tall.
Ian's met Dan. I don't think Ian's met Ryan yet.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
No.
When I met Dan, I was like, "Wow, Dan is tall." And then Dan goes,
Oh, no,
Ryan, Ryan's
Did you know
taller."
that-
And I was like,
Did you know that
"What?"
Andrew? Did you know Andrew from the Black Tower podcast is also like 6'4" or something? He's like
super tall.
He's super
Is
tall.
he?
I was not expecting that. Like not at all. Like he was like,
I had
"Whoa."
to jump up to shake his hand. I had to go get a stool and climb on it and be like, "Hello, sir. It's good to meet you."
Yeah.
I hear Nameless is exceptionally tall as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, Andrew came into town to have drinks with us, and we made a fire pit at my house and drank some drinks.
So what fan or friends from the community have you met?
Andrew came in town. I think that's the only one that we've met in person. Jake, one of our patrons, is coming in town for the premiere.
Oh, I know Jake. Yeah, I've not
so
met him,
Jake's,
but I know.
Jake's coming over to Ian's house for the premiere, so we're all going to watch it over at Ian's house together. And Jake's coming.
And one of these days, I'm going to get together with Dean. We keep talking about it, and it just never happens. But he's literally right down the street. So
Right, you're in
shame
the
on
same
me.
state.
Yeah.
He's very
So
close.
that's-
That'll happen soon.
Yeah,
This is
he
now.
likes archery. Do you like archery?
Archery's fun.
Yeah.
I bet you can throw some arrows at a hay bale.
I'm not too shabby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good with a longbow.
We used to shoot arrows. Do you remember when we had that broken limb in my yard, and I just moved into a new house, and I had a broken limb, and I was trying to figure out how to get it down, and Ian came out with his Jeep, and we shot an arrow over the limb, and like all the neighbors came out because we're sitting there like shooting bow and arrows in my front yard to try to shoot an arrow over the string and then attach a rope to it so we can get a rope around it without having to climb the tree. It worked.
Yeah.
And then Ian drove off and pulled the limb off with his Jeep. It was
It
great.
was perfect.
It worked.
No need to
You know,
involve
I
insurance
love when
companies.
I love when a plan comes together.
Oh, it almost didn't. It almost took out like 3 things on the way down. But yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun.
Well, when your neighbor
right,
first came out on the porch to see what was going on, she almost took an arrow, but no big deal.
Yeah.
That was. Hey, I'm glad you didn't have an itchy arrow trigger finger that day.
Yeah. Oh, he's back. Wait, can we talk about Ryan? Can we talk about Ryan?
Okay,
Okay,
yeah,
we're done. We're done.
We'll bring it up later.
No, please do. Flattery is
Yeah, that's what we were doing. We were throwing flattery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, Ryan, what was that? Because I don't like to brag. I don't mean to gloat. But it's time for our friend. Let's do the way of the float.
Nice.
Oh, what is he reading? Is that it? Is that anime?
the sexiest reader of the Wheel of Time.
Time to float.
Everything he says will rhyme.
Like a boat, yeah. Oh, hello, Floaties.
Hi guys,
How are you?
Hi.
I'm great. How are y'all?
Well, it's
Good.
better to see you.
And I have my floaty shirt on just for you two.
Well,
nice.
can you model it for us?
Grab
Let's.
your
Yeah,
floaties.
there it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
I still love that my
Wow.
floaty's got the Charlie Brown pattern. That's
Yeah.
probably my favorite part of it.
Was that a flamingo? I think I have a flamingo inner tube on. That's
great.
And actually, it was a birthday present. So,
Oh, that's
I mean, I
beautiful.
can't complain.
Happy birthday.
Who was that from?
My mom.
Oh, that's. Oh, you know what? Your mom sounds like the coolest. If she's buying you merch from people that you want to
Well,
support.
more
That's
so,
awesome.
she was like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Oh, I want these 2 shirts." And then she was like, "Why is this one so expensive?" And I was like, you know what? Don't worry about it. Just order it and be done with.
Ian, we should send Floaty's mom something. I mean, no, I'm joking. I'm kidding.
Yeah, don't let Alan send your mom anything.
Yeah,
It will not be
Floaty's
appropriate.
mom has got it going on.
Alan's like, hey,
I mean,
Floaty,
you could
what's your
technically
mom's
do
name?
that. I mean,
no.
Is she cute?
You have my address, and also, of course, you could.
We could. You don't want that.
Of course, we don't. For various
Floaty-
reasons.
Floaty, it's been a week since we spoke with you.
It has.
Since then, we have talked about Matt getting lucky, Matt meeting
Yeah.
Tom, and Matt catching the first boat out of fucking town.
Oh yes.
So let's talk about these. I mean, and if you wanted to talk about Nynaeve and Swing in the kitchen, by all means, you can talk about that. We just kind of skipped over that.
Okay,
So what do you have in your notes here?
I wanted to go back to chapter 29
Okay, yeah, do it.
with Shuriam finding the gray man in her bed.
Oh, so what were your thoughts about that?
Okay, so like at first I was like, okay, she couldn't have nothing to do with this. And then later I was like, well, yeah, of course she planned it all out and make it look like she did not know anything about it.
Whoa!
And I was like, no, this is all planned. She's a Black Aja.
Is she
working
that
with
lonely that she has to
Leandrin.
put like a dead man in her bed?
Pretty much.
So she reported
Good
this
one, Flo.
allegedly to the Amarillan.
Yep.
We're not really sure if the Amarillan actually saw the body. I assume she did. Ryan assumes she didn't. So we're kind of at odds a little bit as far as our assumptions. But what? So you think that this was a big staged thing?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. How many gray men do you think there are?
I would have to go with roughly 100 or so.
Okay. All right.
So
So,
are
like
they
a
then
shitload.
gray? Wait, Dan,
Solid
are they
number.
then Gray's men?
The-
Like attorneys general?
But does that mean there can't be gray women or just gray men? Gray men.
Oh, good point.
There's the question.
Or gray them.
When you autopsy it, is it Gray's Anatomy?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just. Sorry, I'm gonna-
No, it's okay.
Yes. All right, go on. Go on.
Okay,
This is the
let's
word
see.
that I heard.
So then I wanted to go back to Elsie being sent away after 10 days. And then they're all like, oh, she's going back to the tower. But then I'm like, wait. Then how is she running away from the girls if she was already sent to the tower?
All right. So, what do you think?
It's Lanfair.
It's Lanfair.
It's always Lanfair. The answer is always Lanfair, huh?
Wait, so then let's go deeper. Why do you think this Elsa turned Lanfair is helping the girls?
Okay, so that makes me go to another point
Or
where
is she helping the girls? With
I'm
the
honestly
tier?
so like I'm thinking yes, since Elsie was the one that sent them to the shed bank.
Well,
I'm
Elsa
sorry, the what?
saying Elsa said it was from the Emerlin.
Okay,
But,
so she's
yeah,
the
so
one that
she-
delivered the letter to go to the little cupboard area.
It wasn't a letter. She said, "Hey, the Amarillan told me to tell you
Okay,
that all of the Aes Sedai stuff, everyone who left, is in this
I
weird
see.
storeroom."
I see
Yeah.
what the scene is now. So then that takes me to that point where I'm just like, okay, she could be helping the girls, trying to get them to go to Tyr to save Rand.
So this is Lanfear, as we understand it, is one of the Forsaken, correct?
But then that takes me to another point.
okay.
Whereas she has her own agenda based off of what we learn about her later with the Hall of Mirrors.
Ooh.
Okay. Go
Where
on.
the Dark One is confronting her that she's not loyal to him, but then she makes him think that she is, which I highly doubt at
She
this
said,
point.
"How dare you call me a Olgier?"
So yeah, she probably most likely is not completely a true Forsaken at this per se. So that makes me believe that she's helping the girls to try to help Rand to stop the Black Ajas.
So what do you, and I'll ask you, Ian, as well. What do you think of a Dark One that has Forsaken as like his generals or his, minions, his top minions, but they have the option to not necessarily work in the Dark One's best interests? Why does this loophole exist, do you think?
I feel like it would require that at the end of the day, still the Dark Lord, whatever the really bad guy is, like he can't get free. Because like if he gets free, then all the people that are like Dark Friend, Forsaken, whatever, if they're not working in his best interest, like he seems pretty powerful. I feel like he would just squash them. So like, I don't know, they're trying to gather power as well. But they have to be trying to keep him contained, yes? Like, wouldn't they be afraid of him getting out if they're not necessarily working in his best interest also?
Whoa, that's okay. I
don't know.
So Ian, you're proposing that maybe they're trying to like postpone his coming out.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean,
like
I think so far, Ballsy's the only one who gave us like good intel on what his goals were. But the rest of the Forsaken, we just know they're working towards different ends, and we don't necessarily know what that is per se. But it still doesn't. I don't know. Yeah, if it doesn't line up with supporting, the Great Lord of the Dark, then they also need to be weary about him breaking free, right?
What Forsaken have you met at this point in Time to Float?
Yeah, and did you get their signature?
How many have we met at this point?
Yeah. What? Yeah. Give me a list of the Forsaken that you think that we've encountered.
The ones that I remember. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
So we have Lanfair, Pater, that girl in the stables.
Oh, I'm talking Forsaken.
Oh.
Not Dark Friends, just the.
Yeah, I can't remember that.
All right, so
yeah.
I think
he was like,
met
whoa, that's a long
Lanfair.
list.
You've met. There were two that were killed in the Eye of the World.
Oh, Agnor and whatever the hell the other guy was.
Thummel.
Ballsy man.
Thummel.
Oh,
not
yeah.
balls on your mom.
Balls
Skeletor.
on your mom.
Balls on your mom.
Right.
Skeletor too.
And then we've, I think, and then Balsamon. So I think those are the only four that we've come across at this point of the book.
Right.
Is that correct? Yeah. Who's your favorite so far?
Can I ask a question here?
Go ahead.
Okay, so sorry to jump in front of you, Dan.
No,
but,
by all means.
So the Forsaken we run into early on in Eye of the World and End of the World, leading up to Lanfair, they're like hideous.
Right.
They're as you describe them, or as Jordan describes them, it kind of matches like, all right, evil, old, scraggly, hunter.
Oh yeah.
And like flames for eyeballs and right.
Oh
and
yeah.
that kind of made sense. And then we ran into Lanfair and she's smoking.
Oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
What's with the difference? Why?
So my understanding,
if you're like ultimately bad, shouldn't you be?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you. But she's
so
not.
like, here's what I think about that. So basically, I'm of the assumption that like, if they like completely serve the Dark One or whatever, they'll look like that. But then if they're not like completely loyal to him or whatever, then they'll look somewhat different than the others. But they won't necessarily know that. For example,
and then they'll sit in. It's been a while.
Brother Dan, have you ever figured out how to answer that question? Like drunk check. Like what does that mean? Like
no,
yes.
Is
it a spectrum? Or is this like at one point you were just like, oh, yep.
I just say yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I feel pretty.
Yeah. That's your answer. Sinan, we love you. Ben Butler, we
Yes.
love you.
Yep.
Guys,
Everyone,
Ben
drink
Butler's giving us haiku poems. They're not
Mhm.
haikus. They're
So
haiku
what was the
poems.
question again?
Yeah, Floaty, hold on.
Floaty, the question is, would you consider Tom Brady to be Tavern?
Who was that?
Tom Brady
Go.
is he Tavern?
No.
Greatest of all, Tom.
He could get below average players on his side of the ball, and suddenly they're amazing and putting up fat stats.
Yeah, just like Lan, like makes
Mwah.
Rand a better fighter, right? Is Rand the Tom Brady, or is it Lan the Tom Brady?
I am
Or
not
is Lan
following.
is Lan?
All right,
Bill
no,
Belichick?
all right. I'm gonna bail you out here, Floody. We're getting back on track. Let me ask you a real question about Matt. Matt, in these
I
chapters,
had another thing to go with the 13 Black Ajas with the Terangriel going to Tyr.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we're under the understanding that they're going to Tyr with all 13 Terangriel they stole from the tower, and they want to go after the sword most likely. So I'm of the assumption that they want to use them to somehow break the barrier, take the sword for themselves, end it themselves somehow, some way. And basically,
Nynaeve keeps saying that. All right, the best way to catch a person who set a trap is to spring the trap and see who comes running.
right?
Do you agree with that mentality?
I do,
Okay.
because then that
Okay.
makes me believe that the Black Aja will set a trap for them as they come into Tyr, and then they will somehow not set it off. Who knows how? But then the girl set it off, and shit hits the fan from there.
Okay. Let me ask you one more question here, Floaty. Matt, in this chapter, kills several men.
Oh,
Several men. He kills the guy on the bridge. He kills, I think, 3 people on the boat.
The
And
brigands,
Tom-
you mean?
The brigands, yeah. Do you think that this sort of violence will have any sort of lasting effect upon Matt Cawthon?
For sure.
Yeah, and how do you think it may manifest?
So, taking back to my theory that when he was talking about, when he was like in one of his dreams or whatever, when he was talking about being on the battlefield as a soldier or a general or whatever, that made me believe, well, he most likely will become one of those soldiers, or generals rather, leading them into the final battle.
Nice.
Cool. Interesting.
Because I'm like, why? Going back to the other thing, I'm thinking it came from like another past life that he already lived or whatever, and that he's like being reborn, like all the other people, and that he knew the old tongue from his previous life that he was able to use now since he learned it previously.
So the fact that he killed 4 dudes tonight, will that just be a part of, well, I've been a soldier in my memory and I killed all kinds of dudes, so it doesn't even matter.
Going back to that, he'll most likely kill a bunch more people like Rand has.
Oh, okay.
At some point.
Randy dicing him
yeah,
up.
okay. So you did read where Rand kind of went a little berserker, right?
I hate him so much now.
Yeah, that's all right. Before you go, then let's talk real briefly about that, if you guys don't mind, Ian and Alan as well.
Not at all.
Yeah.
All right,
Did you write into PETA when you read that chapter?
What?
Did you complain to PETA?
Oh, their
No, it wasn't
headquarters is
even-
right down the road. I can go give them a note.
I could care
No,
less.
we're going to talk about where Rand kills the merchant
dogs.
woman, right?
Oh, where he beheads? Yeah, where he does.
I think that's what Floaty's talking about. Oh, go. Drink.
Yeah. Wait, let me see it. Somebody, let's see it.
What?
I want to see it. What
What was the mug?
What's the mug? What's the mug? Mug flex. Mug flex.
Flex.
Mug
Can we see
flex.
Where's
Floaty,
the
mug
mug
show
flex?
it to
Where's the
camera.
mug
Show the
flex?
mug.
Show the mug.
Show the
Show the
mug.
mug.
Show the
Show the
mug.
mug. Show
It was
the
just
mug.
one of those cups that we get free from elementary school for like their
Oh, Jesus.
movie nights or whatever.
Let's see
What
it.
elementary school? Show me.
I want to see it.
The school
Go
of
Wildcats.
Shout out.
Show
Shout
it.
out
Does
to.
it show the element? Oh, here we go.
Go Trojans.
Shout out to
No.
Bill Brown
Trailblazers.
Trailblazers.
Hey.
Floaty,
You know
show
what?
the mug.
Trailblazers.
I already did.
I like Trailblazers.
All right, what's your-
That's
Yeah.
I have the Floaties one of that.
All right, here we go.
I have the Floaties mug as well.
Very nice.
I couldn't get
Nice
enough.
mug there, brother Dan. Nice mug.
That's the glass canoe you drive to Nirvana, right?
We were going to talk about Rand.
Well, you wouldn't show me.
Yeah,
your
so
mug.
talk to me about Rand. So he has a bad mojo about these people that join him, this little caravan, this little merchant women and stuff.
Yeah.
He kills them all and has them kneel in front of him.
In a line with them, their faces hitting the ground.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, well, I'm the Dragon Reborn. This is how you're fucking supposed to be, I guess.
I'm like, based off of that, you could technically say he killed him in cold blood, aka he becoming a murderer for no apparent reason. They did nothing to him other than try to talk to him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go kill your leader and cut her head off for no damn reason."
Yeah, he
So
tried
was
some,
this
he tried
paranoia?
some Minority Report stuff there. Like, I think you might eventually try to do something shady.
Philip K.
to me,
Dick,
so
yeah.
I'm gonna just.
I have
now.
a theory to explain why he did what he did.
All right, let's hear it. Big
Okay, so basically, you know how the Luce Theron was reborn in Dragon Mount, right?
Uh-huh.
And he died. So that made me think, well, he could have merged into Rand. And then, like, he may just, like, have, like, two different personalities at this point.
Uh-huh.
And then he may not be able to, like, completely control the other one. Just like how he can't control channeling.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so
There's a battle within.
Yes.
Can you relate to it on a... Yeah, go on.
And
Do
he
you
just
think
doesn't know
he's
when he's
getting-
going to let it out, sort of thing.
is he getting
Neither.
any sleep?
No.
And that can certainly, I mean, I've heard radio DJs who are like, hey, we're staying up 100 hours. And then after about 2 days,
Yeah,
these
there's
people
no
start to
difference between their vocal
disintegrate.
cords and their bladder, right?
Start to disintegrate mentally.
For sure.
By day
Is
3,
Is that
of
what's
those
going
leaves,
on?
Anybody and everybody goes nuts. You can't
Wait,
make
are
it
you
past.
saying
But
Yes.
in this
3 days.
case, he's going mad like Luce Theron did. So at this point, I'm just like, okay, that could have been foreshadowing to represent this same.
Okay.
And then I was just like,
So what you said earlier,
you were what? Can you
I
spell
hope
that
you get
for me?
that cleaned up.
I lost it.
That's all right.
I think it's a
Floaty,
Flo-
thank you
Flo
for
and I
joining
will help.
us. Yeah, we got.
Do you all have any last questions for me?
Yeah,
No,
why do
I
you put
think
up with us?
I personally don't. Ian, Alan, do you got any other things about these chapters you want to talk about? With them?
so I just want to finish connecting the dots on your last point. You're saying because Matt was, under the bridge downtown where he
Yeah.
drew some blood,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
he's now gonna like run in the same direction as Rand and start dicing up people like indiscriminately?
Probably could be. Not confirmed though.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Chili Peppers did that to me too. So
Just like
I bet they did.
Just
That's a
We're
good
we're
album.
not surprised.
Blood Sugar Sex Magic is a great album.
like well,
Fantastic.
you can only have like one sexy emo like shirtless dude. Once you get two, it's a standoff at the OK Corral. One dies.
Just be glad I saw your message, Dan, on time.
We love you,
Wow,
Floaty.
this one. Boom!
Floaty, no show next week. It's Brother Dan's 30th birthday.
I saw
It's
that.
my 30th. Yeah, it's my yeah. How many of these 30th birthdays have I had so far, Ryan?
I'm
400.
redundant.
All right, we love you, man. And guys, we have it in the description. Time to Float does do his own blog where he goes deep dive. You've seen what he can do as far as chapter evaluations. His blog is fun, and he has some great points,
And
even if
just
they're
a
not always right.
disclaimer, the warning label is for one post in particular with Joe and Jono. You can probably tell where that's going.
Okay,
Joe and
yes.
Jono. Oh yeah.
It was just like there has to have that banner.
Okay. All right.
is what
Guys,
it is.
Yeah, check out his blog to figure out what that means. It's code.
I'm not trying to shy anybody away. I'm just warning. That's why that's there. It's not complete. Not every single one. If that
You're not scared in this
concerns
round.
any of you, that's watching.
I think anyone who's watching us will not be offended by anything that Jono or
I'm
I'm
actually
offended.
excited to go find
I'm
out.
offended.
Like I want
I'm
to go find
offended.
it.
I'm
Do you want me
offended.
to
I'm
Yeah,
offended.
DM it to you?
Read her now. Oh yeah, send it to me, bro.
I will send it to you.
Alan is offhanded right now.
Alan, you want it too?
I am offended. No,
you're effeminate?
I think he's
exactly, yeah.
offhanded.
Yes.
He can be.
Ian, I will get on top of that once we get off of here.
That's what she
Floaty, thanks for joining us. We won't see you next week, maybe the week after, unless you're doing the I don't know. Right? This is a big month. I don't know.
What am I doing?
How many Sunday shows we're doing this month, but
We'll talk about
What
it.
am I doing,
yeah,
brother?
we'll
Dan?
talk about.
You said if you're doing what am I doing?
Oh, no, I'm saying to Ryan, because this month is kind of the weekends are kind of crazy for this particular month.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
what you want to
This
announce,
season.
but
Oh yeah, no Sundays. 2 weeks off, guys. Next Sunday off. The following Sunday off. We might have a first time reader show in between. We will let you know. But
Oh, one last thing.
please.
My big white book is coming Tuesday.
Oh, let's go.
yeah,
I hope you yeah, let's talk about the art. Next time you're on, we're going to talk about the drawings, okay?
For sure.
All right, love you, Floaty.
Love you
Always.
too.
Floaty.
Love
All right,
all of
see
you.
ya.
Bye.
Away.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
There we go.
Okay, bye.
All right. All right. So, yeah, I love Floaty. Floaty has been our most reliable part of the show for the most part. Every time, yeah, he's solid. His
No, we love
segment
him.
has
We love him.
always
He's great.
been solid.
I like
Yeah,
the way
and
his
he
brain
helps
works.
us with like kind of
Yeah,
like
me too.
secretarial shit that I need done. So he's doing great.
Oh, awesome.
Getting it.
Yeah.
Everyone wants a floaty in their life. Yeah, big book of spoilers. Yeah, Dana, you're right. Why is he getting the big book of? He needs to read the books first.
Yeah.
Yes,
The Big
Dana,
White Book has spoilers.
floaty. Be careful.
Oh,
But there is no
yeah.
time. What does it
It's
matter? The
big book
order.
of- Oh
There's
no,
no time.
you're right.
The Big
Jesus.
White Book of Bad Art.
All right, so let's play a game or two, Ryan. You down with that?
What?
Games.
Am
I
I,
like
down?
games.
Am I,
I like
down?
games.
Are you down?
I like games.
all right,
Have I not been
so,
down since high school?
You've been down since like sixth
I've been down
grade,
to clown
Ryan.
since fucking Corn came to town. Let's go.
He's
Oh,
down
you
with
went to
OP.
a corn show?
EP.
Wait, you went to a corn
Yeah,
show?
you know me.
No, I've been to
Ryan
three
went to like one of the very early corn shows. Actually,
before the album came out.
I lost my shoe with Ian at a corn show. I
They
got
were
thrown on
airwalks.
stage.
I remember.
Yeah, they got thrown on
What?
stage.
I
was
saw it go.
crowd surfing.
shoo.
I was crowd surfing. Someone took my shoe and threw it on stage.
All right,
It was
what
great.
year? What year? Because I saw them two times
99?
before.
It was
98,
Corn,
98.
Corn,
That's-
Incubus, and Orgy.
I think
It
he
was
saw it
98.
like
Okay,
92.
no, let me tell you.
Ryan?
This is before their first album came out. It was in
92.
Irvine,
Oh,
and then
No,
one in,
it was at Old World.
yeah, one was at Old World. And I see
Old
it's
World
like-
in Huntington Beach. Yeah.
No, the
It was
second
not-
It
time
was like
was
some weird
Stab.
Bavarian village. Yeah.
It was the 98 Family Values Tour. So
Yeah, he ended the
Incubus.
set like crying
Yeah.
in his like luxurious sweatpants.
Gray sweatpants. It is the season.
No,
And actually, I went to this is no lie. I went to a guitar center, and I think the guitarist's name is Monkey. Anyways,
No, that's
I think his
his
name.
face.
Well, the guitarist who has like the 7-string guitar was at that guitar center, like, and he did the.
Did you go?
Nice.
Is that why you always go? Oh yeah!
That's a good album. What is that? Child's Play? Is it called?
I don't know.
Something?
It's
Yeah,
been so
anyways.
long.
All right, so I
It's the season
have,
of my life.
I have a game. I don't think that you guys have played. And if you want to get one together, Ryan, I know you've had a couple ideas for things, but I'll go ahead and stall right now with replace poop with prophecy.
Ooh.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read prophecy that Ian has experienced in this book. This particular prophecy is the dark prophecy that was written on the walls in blood
And
And
poop.
when-
Oh, no, blood.
when
yes.
Pat and Fane was released in Faldar. What
I
I'm
think
going
I
to
really
do is
that.
I'm going to read some of the prophecy, but one of the words I'm going to replace with the word poop. Your job is to replace poop with the actual prophecy.
Is this
You're
for
gonna
both of
love
us or
it.
just
No,
Ian?
hey,
Let's
come on.
do it.
Is this for both of us or just Ian?
And if no,
Both.
both of you, both of you.
Ah,
Okay, good. I could phone a friend
Oh.
because
And if you're wrong, you have to take a drink.
if I'm wrong, you'll still be entertained.
As long as I don't have to take a poop, because I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where you going with this? I went before the show, so I
Yeah, so did
can't-
I. So
can't
I'm,
recreate the
I'm
process.
cleaned out. I'm cleaned out right now. So
Are you ready, gentlemen?
do it.
I'm ready.
Hey, by the way, patreon.com, the way of the leaf.
Yeah, picture, yeah, do it, guys.
Scatological humor is
Pass the
not below
basket.
us.
Pass the basket.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
pass the basket only after you've wiped.
yes, guys. Tithe, motherfuckers, tithe.
Sorry.
All right, so are you ready? Quote: Daughter of the night, she walks again. The ancient war, she yet poops. Once again, daughter of the night, she walks again. The ancient war, she yet poops. Guys, replace poop with prophecy.
Replace poop. It's hard to
Brian,
say
I
that.
love this. I love this game. This is my
It's
favorite.
my favorite game ever.
And that and the pharmacy game.
I don't need to
this-
phone a friend.
That and Duck Duck Goose.
I don't need a friend. Can I go first? I don't need to phone
Yep.
a friend. I feel strong about this one. She yet writes a haiku.
Yaku. Oh yeah. Okay. Very good.
That
good.
may not be right, but I will give you the benefit of the doubt. Oh, that was not right. All right, go.
Alan,
Alan.
replace poop with prophecy.
The ancient war, she yet poops.
I have no idea.
All right, daughter of the night, she walks again. The ancient war, she yet fights.
Oh, well,
There
All right,
yeah,
let's
that's
try
really-
There are
one.
contact clues. Come on, Alan.
All right,
You,
so
you
here's
will not
one.
know any of
Do
these
better,
answers,
Alan.
but you can suss it out.
Yeah.
Her new lover she seeks, who shall serve her and die, yet serve still. Who shall stand against her coming? The shining walls shall poop.
Fall. Crumble.
Fall.
Fall.
Quick.
Ian says fall. And you say quake, the shining wall shall kneel.
Neil. Okay.
I
right, let me
kneel
do-
for no one.
We'll do a couple more here.
No, keep going. Alan, just because Alan's not happy does not mean it's a good game.
I'm fine. Yeah, no, keep going. Yeah, it's
I
great.
work
This is
for
a
no
great
man.
game.
I do what I want. I don't cry.
Alan just
I got
wants to be
friends. I
I
work
can't
out.
believe.
Yeah.
Luke came to the mountains of doom. Esam walked in the high passes. The poop is now begun.
Poop. I'm gonna go with poop.
Poop, huh?
It'll
Poop is up here.
never be poop, Ian. Ian,
It can't be poop.
fuck you, Ian.
Oh, I have to replace it.
You're breaking our game.
replace
Ian.
poop with poop is just being a little.
So
shit.
say it one more time. Say it one more time.
All right.
Luke.
Whoa. Luke came to the mountains of doom. Esam waited in the high passes. The hunt is now poop. Oh no, I said hunt. Fuck. The
Hunt.
poop
I'm
is
gonna
now
go with
begun.
hunt. I'm gonna say
Shit.
hunt.
Shit.
I'm going
All right, all right.
Hunt.
All right,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right.
Now
all
you
right.
drink, Dan. You
Fuck.
drink.
All right.
Drink.
Damn it.
Oh, we're drinking now.
Alan.
Oh, it's on us.
Got him.
See, I don't have these written down. I am actually replacing prophecy with poop.
Brother Dan of the way of the excuses.
All right, the poops wait on Toman head.
What?
Poops wait on Tom and Head.
The poops wait on Toman's head.
Are we talking about that little wart again?
The Watchers. The Watchers.
Oh, no.
Is it Watchers?
Wart.
Hey, Ian, get in there.
It's hitting Ian right in the face.
Yeah, he's just like,
All right, I'm sorry,
he will not acknowledge
it's
that
this
dick
way.
in his society.
He's like,
like, nope,
yeah, another
nope,
dick in my face.
It's
Whatever.
not a dick on my face.
Look, I played the uncomfortable game with infantrymen and medics. Okay, and I lost every time.
Alan is
Not a
correct.
problem.
The Watchers wait on Toman's head. Well done.
Alan! All right.
Alan.
All right, let's.
What?
Alan's
What?
fueled by hate and hubris.
I'm gonna get this one. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Hit me with it.
Death shall sow and poo burn before the great Lord comes. Once again, death shall sow and poo burn before the great Lord comes.
Nickelback albums.
Nigga.
Going back albums. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Death
Yeah.
shall sow.
Great Lord sounds like a benevolent master then.
And I don't know.
All right.
I have no idea.
It's
All right. Death shall burn or death shall sow and summer burn.
Summer.
oh, I
She was a
I
nice
burned
girl.
in
I
the
didn't
I
think
miss
they should have
her.
burned
I
her.
must
Yeah,
say,
I don't think they
she
should have
was
burned
cool.
her. She was cool.
yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
I was almost ready to have her perform that night.
Summer.
All right, last one. Blood feeds blood. Blood calls blood. Blood is and blood was and blood shall ever be. Now the great Lord poops.
I was gonna hope you were gonna do a blood, so I could say blood, but it's not it.
Nope.
No, they break.
Blood once again. Blood feeds blood. Blood calls blood.
So now the Nightman cometh. I would say cometh.
Is and blood
Fighter of
was
the Dayman.
and blood shall ever be.
Nightman. He's fighter of the day.
Now the great Lord poops.
Awakens.
cometh.
Cometh.
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah,
It's-
Alan only has
Oh,
orgasms in the old tongue.
Oh,
Now the great Lord comes.
He cometh.
Yeah. Alan is, shall I cometh, honey?
Cometh.
ugh.
cometh.
Guys, well done. Oh, let me.
Nightman.
Whoa,
This is-
Fighter of the.
Now the great Lord comes. That's why I
Oh,
put the
he
penis
is
up.
right.
Yeah, right in the face. So
If you didn't catch my
you
It's Always
guys-
Sunny reference, you got to watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. At least the old episodes. The new ones I don't watch anymore, but the old ones are great. The Day
Always
Mims
Sunny is a very- Very funny show.
Do you think we should? If we watch that whole season, we will be even funnier, and then we will dominate the world of Wheel of Time even more than we are now. Thank you,
Right.
Noelle.
If y'all get any funnier, people will be too busy laughing to notice everything else that's going on. That's too much. Y'all are at the apex.
Basically, we are factually incorrect about everything, but we are humoristically out of the ballpark.
Out of the ballpark.
Out of the
Hey,
ballpark.
there's another part we need to give a booster shot. You guys have been our best friends before.
Dun, dun, dun.
Exactly. And you answered our 5 quick questions. I've added an extra question.
You edited it?
I've added it.
Well,
Guys,
last gasket.
we are at 2.5 hours. Dan added it.
What was your first concert, guys?
Oh, Ian,
Nirvana.
you get better one. Yeah, you're Nirvana.
Nirvana. And I went
All
to
right.
escort
So
my
wait,
older
no,
sister.
define it. Nirvana. Who opened?
Ryan, obviously the best.
No idea.
I opened for
I'll-
Nirvana.
I'll be honest. I got it thrown at me last second. I was like in 4th or 5th grade, but I had to go with my
What?
sister because she was going with a guy, and my mom didn't want her to go by herself. So I went, and I'll be honest. I don't even know who opened, but I knew who Nirvana was, and it was exciting. It was a good time.
Okay, so
All right.
it was after Nevermind or during Never, right? Like
Yeah.
it was after Smells Like Teen Spirit kind of came out.
Was that the first time you puked in the mosh pit?
Huh.
No, I was in a seat. Hold on.
What year was
might
it?
be
Do you
able to tell
remember?
90.
I'm googling it right now.
94.
All right. While he's googling, while Ian's googling,
Yeah, my first concert was Smashing Pumpkins, and Garbage opened it for them.
Oh, that is a solid lineup.
It was a solid show.
You know
93.
what I always heard about Smashing
Did
Pumpkins?
your mom like it too, Alan?
My dad took me, and he sat in the nosebleed section after he got a contact high. We were down the mosh pit. I was in 6th grade. It was pretty awesome. It was a good show.
That's great. I had always heard that Smashing Pumpkins, there were certain X's that were on the stage that whenever they walked into the X, it was instant feedback. So they could just stand because there was a hot mic just blasting. So if the guitar if they just walked in the area, if it was like
feedback.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
Cool.
In November of '93, the Breeders opened for Nirvana at William and Mary Hall.
Get out of here. Kim Deal and her sister.
Yep.
All right, good
And so
question.
the news
So-
article said that the Breeders were way better than Nirvana as
Can't
far as the show
fight the
goes.
Seether. Can't
Well,
fight the Seether.
yeah, that's obviously patently false.
Well, I heard Nirvana shows could have been hit or miss. You know,
So
I was
Ian,
actually too busy
Ian and
protecting
Alan,
my
well-
sister. I was keeping my eye on the dude, which he didn't pan out, by the way.
I want to ask everybody
they didn't get
on
married.
screen and in chat, what was your favorite concert ever? I just saw St. Vincent in concert, and it was one of my top
Your favorite?
5 favorite
Better than
shows
David Byrne, who you saw last year.
Fuck yeah! No, I'm
Was
kidding.
it?
I'm not kidding you. St. Vincent killed it more than
Favorite concert?
more than I can explain. Top 5 concert ever, and I've been to hundreds.
So I saw Foo Fighters and Chili Peppers together, and they played together on stage. But probably, I mean, there's been a bunch that we went to.
Was it the Chili Fighters?
Chili Fighters.
It was
yeah,
the
and
Foo
then,
Peppers.
there's one that
beat
Ian
you
and I
to
went
that.
to, and it was Blues Traveler and some other ones that was pretty good.
Yeah, that
What's
was
your
pretty
genre?
Wait. So how long was his little harmonica solo?
Yeah, it was a long time.
Blues Traveler?
when it's live,
I
those
think he's
are
still
down.
soloing now. He's
Jump
like
Hubbers.
he's
Hubbers.
dying of
When
COVID,
I-
and he's
Yeah, I
still
think.
doing the same.
When I
solo.
went, well, probably I would say my favorite one. It was just a really, really odd group. So at Virginia Tech, they did a tribute concert for the shooting that happened,
oh shit,
and it was Nas, Dave Matthews, and John Mayer But it was just really cool because John Mayer and Dave Matthews played together, and it was like the only time they've ever played together on stage, which is just a cool moment to be there for that. But the overall show wasn't that great. It was just a cool moment.
Yeah, would have been way
those are
cooler if
two
Nas
really-
teamed up with John Mayer.
Yeah, those are two really underrated, awesome musicians.
Wait, who? What?
Dave Matthews and John Mayer.
Yeah.
They're underrated?
They
I don't think they're underrated.
What are you talking about? Everyone loves them.
Dave Matthews.
I think if
in
you
the world
think of a
people
good
that
guitar
know
player,
them,
you
they
don't
love
think
them,
of
but
Dave
No, but we
Matthews.
talking about like pop star. They're like, oh my god.
No,
oh
Dave
my God.
Matthews. Yeah, no, Dave Matthews is fucking talented, man.
So on the topic of John
So is
Popper,
Nas.
John Popper and Delilah assisted me in getting a kiss from every single one of the Patriots cheerleaders one time. But
Wait,
Not my favorite
getting you a
concert.
hit?
my favorite concert, I've been to a bazillion Dave Matthews concerts, and I just got to put any one of them on there. And it was mostly the people I went with, plus the music. Like Dave Matthews live, you can't beat it. It's freaking amazing.
I saw Dave Matthews. My wife worked for Hyundai at the time, and they were a sponsor at the New Orleans Jazz Fest.
Yeah,
So
that's a good one.
I was all over the Jazz Fest, but for Dave Matthews, we were able to be on the side stage. So I was really, really close to the drummer.
That's cool. Yeah, yeah.
And I was just blown away by the just the technical skill. I was like,
The
this
talent.
dude is a fucking pro.
coolest music
Every
experience.
single person in the band is phenomenal at what they do. The drummer, amazing. They're all phenomenal.
And I see Dave Matthews go blah, 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 in a microphone, and I peek behind, and he's doing this to like 90,000 people.
Dan,
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Dan, hold on. Everyone fucking shut up right now.
We went to that, Ryan!
This is my first concert ever. Danaloo, my first concert ever was The Cure with the Pixies. Love and Rockets opened up. There was a food fight, and I
saw it
threw
at
some
Dodger
nachos.
Stadium.
Yeah, and I threw some nachos, and I got kicked out, and I missed the first song. And then Dan's wife had a ticket.
Hold on. She was not my wife. She wasn't even my girlfriend there. But
Dan's fucking
she
Saturday
gave
night.
me the biggest
no
hug,
time, Dan.
or I gave her
There
a
is no
hug that
time.
lasted for like 10 minutes after she saved my brother. And that's what sparked our romance, was going to this show in 1989.
So
89 was such a good year. Kindergarten was so much fun.
there was also another concert.
1989.
There was another concert Ian and I went to, and Ian, I'm going to tell on you because this was just amazing for your perspective, not really for mine, because I didn't have the balls to do it. But we went to X Fest. 96X is a local
Insane Clown
music
Posse?
station. Yeah, and Insane Clown Posse was like, it was like a ton of fans.
ICP.
Insane Clown
Two
Posse
leaders.
guys was there. And they like,
Fago.
and Ian got in the front, and he was in the front for Insane Clown Posse. And eventually they're like, fuck the security, rush the stage. And like literally the whole entire crowd
That's all I needed. Full
crammed
send.
over, and like Ian was on stage just like dancing with the whole clown posse, and I was in the back of the lawn.
special.
But
Yeah, I'm pulling 2 liters out of the cooler, shaking them up and spraying the crowd. It was great.
Ian, when I think of the Insane Clown Posse, I think of those like fleshy, sweaty white dudes.
Fleshy, sweaty white dudes.
so they weren't the
Who
only
are-
act there. I mean, it was a festival, so there was a ton, but they were the ones that just destroyed it.
All right, let's acknowledge Chad.
Fucking
So MJ Daniel says, Rush, Permanent Wave Tour, 38 special opening. I was 15. MK Jeanette says, my first concert was Alanis Morissette and Radiohead.
What?
I would go see
What?
that now.
Oh,
I love
wow.
Alanis Morissette and Radiohead.
That's awesome.
That's a good one. And I
That's
love
a good
38
one.
special.
Yeah,
I went and saw
very
Jagged Little
cool. Hold
Pill
on,
on Broadway.
Lucy. Pixies.
Mr.
Pixies
Holly
are
just
good.
saying Pixies.
Pixies is good.
Darkhound Slobber, Cannonball. I think he's saying he loves the Pixies. Sin N, her first show might have been ACDC. I'm just trying to pick up. Yeah. Wow.
No.
Yeah. Like,
No.
I think that song goes, cash in. Da, 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 cash
More
in.
cash.
Yeah. Well, one of my coolest one of my coolest concert experiences. Saw the Wailers with Damian Marley. It was after Bob passed away, so it was not Bob Marley's old band, the Wailers. And after the show, I got invited back to the green room. And I'm not going to talk about on YouTube what happened in the green room, because my employer might eventually watch YouTube. So
We're gonna just say it was you became a Rastafarian for
yes,
the evening.
For the evening, yes, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We had a good time.
All right,
Robert Randolph. Yes.
All right,
Steel guitar, baby. The best to play it that's alive today. I love Robert Randolph.
All right. Whoa,
Clapton.
really?
Eric Clapton, I would think maybe a hit or miss. I've never been like.
Did you
I
see
love
Robert
you,
Randolph in the family band or the extended family band?
I would love
I
to
just
see
saw the
Robert
family
Randolph
band.
in the family. Yeah.
So he toured with Dave Matthews for a little bit, and let me tell you, those concerts were fantastic.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
He
The
did
best, the
he
absolute
did
best musical concert I've ever seen was actually in high school. We did a mission trip in the Cumberland Mountains of Tennessee, and there was this one family. We were working on their house for a little over a week. It's usually just a week, but we ended up staying a little bit longer to get done what we needed to get done. And they wanted to be able to repay us, and we were like, no, no big deal. And towards the end of the week, they had a couple of the families come by, and apparently they get together every so often, and they there's a couple fiddle players, a couple of guitarists, a couple of banjo players, and they all just sit around and start picking and playing like old Appalachian style music and flat picking. And they showed up and just started jamming. And this was a 5-6 hour event. They just kept going, and it was authentic and amazing and beautiful. That was by far the best. But I don't remember names to put to that, but that was the best concert I ever went to.
That sounds awesome.
It was beautiful.
Steve Vai with Whitesnake sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Tawny Katane is. I had the
Kid
biggest
Drone,
crush on
welcome,
her.
Kid Drone. I don't recognize your name, or maybe I do, but I'm drinking. But hey,
Kid
please
Drone.
stick around, guy. Fuck yeah.
He's a little
Right.
salty.
Yeah.
Steve Vai. Steve Vai is like the Yngwie Malmsteen of America.
Of butt rock.
Well, come on. Yeah, butt rock.
No. First off, just because I want my fans to like me does not mean I'm gonna tell everyone I love this shit. I hate butt rock.
Whitesnake was rad.
Damn.
No,
Whitesnake with
no.
Tawny Katane doing splits on a Corvette or whatever. Right.
No,
Oh,
yeah, I'm
Tawny
sure- I'm
Katane
sure I-
is-
It was,
is-
it was
I
a Corvette.
I like inappropriately
difference.
busted a nut too, but I'm like 14. It's not cool. Fuck yeah. It's not. It's whatever. Like I should not be masturbating to MTV when I was like 12. Let's go.
Here I go again on my own. And Ryan's like, that's
Yeah.
my
What
life.
am I doing now? Oh,
Going
yeah,
down the only road I ever
Holy
known.
My hand
Like-
on my dick.
Like a twisted duck dick, I was born. Sorry.
like a twisted duck dick.
I corkscrew. Yeah. But I
And
made
the
up my
The show's
mind.
come full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Callbacks are the best. No,
Whoa.
you get 2 points.
So
Ryan,
So-
Dan, something happened to the counter. Like everybody logged off. What happened? We just lost everybody.
Did they all because of the duck dick?
That's what we lost them all. I'm sorry.
Duck dick. Woo!
No,
Duck
no, I
dick.
mean, like, what do you mean?
Woo!
No, duck dick. Woo! Da, da, da.
What were you gonna
There's a
say,
duck
Alan?
dick
I'm sorry.
out to find you.
So it wasn't until like I was in high school and I started going to a lot of shows. That was actually my mom has probably the best because she's like my mom's like Ian's my mom, like one of these ladies that you would think that would never
Oh,
have
I
had
met his mom.
had any kind of fun at all. Like she's just very prim and proper. And we were talking. She's like, "Yeah, when I was in high school, I used to go to a lot of concerts." Like, "Oh yeah, who'd you see?" She's like, "Well, the first concert I went to was Jimi Hendrix Experience, and then I saw the Who, and I saw Grateful Dead." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Really?"
What? That's amazing.
All right. Real.
My first was Depeche Mode.
Yes, and I was there too. We are
Nope.
What?
Nope.
What?
I saw him at the Forum. You no? Did you go to the Rose Bowl?
Yes.
All right, so I
saw.
saw him at the Forum like 6 months before.
Oh, whatever. So Farstrider here, she says, I'm sorry, why did I say she? They say, first show outside of my mom's gigs when I was little, which I really want to focus in on the hone in on that.
Rhythm is gonna
Miami
get
Sound
you
Machine,
tonight.
which is correct.
Dun, dun,
Yeah,
Away.
oh,
So, what was your mom's gigs? Far Strider, can you please
Sorry, you put it
elaborate?
there, we must ask if we're journalists. Welcome. I am Ryan from Wheel of News Time News.
Far
Please
Strider's
tell me.
like, my mom is Barbara Streisand, so I went to a lot of shows, but
We are remiss
the
to
first
ask
one
you.
I went to was Miami Sound Machine.
All right. Where's Dana
Barbara
Lou saying,
Streisand.
where's Wheel of Time? Why are we talking about?
Yeah, Daniel's like,
What are
it's
you
been
talking about?
Yeah,
28
what are we
minutes.
talking about?
Tree started to counter. She's like literally started the timer. Like, okay, it's been 45 minutes, guys. Guys.
Guys,
Yeah,
What
yeah,
is
yeah,
this? Rand, what an asshole. Okay, we covered it. Let's keep going.
I think Rand's first concert was Tom Maryland,
I think so.
and then he got to go hang out with his band. That's awesome. Yeah.
That's true. And then he became part of the
Ooh.
band. He got trained to be
Yeah.
in the band.
Yeah.
He's like, well, if you're
Yeah.
gonna hang out with me, bro, you're gonna be in the band.
On a mission
Okay.
from God.
Yeah, and he's playing weddings. And you know what? Like he's doing covers at a wedding, which is typical.
You know, he's just doing rawhide over and over again because otherwise the crowd gets upset if he doesn't.
Right.
Rand,
Rawhide.
Rand steps up to the mic, and from the background you hear "Free Bird." He's like,
So you
I
motherfucker.
only know Rawhide. Someone
Free
bellfire
bird.
that fucker.
I used to
Apparently it's
play-
just Rose in the morning, all
I used-
day, all night.
I used to play in a band a long time ago, and we were a Grateful Dead kind of cover band. We did a lot of
Fish.
Bob Dylan ish kind of thing. And there's one
Wait,
guy.
what did you play though?
Wait,
First off,
you
I
said
don't-
a
I
Grateful
love it.
Dead
Let me
cover
picture
band
it.
with Bob Dylan songs?
drums and
You did
bongos.
bongos.
I did bongos. Some like so depending on the bar. So some bars allow drum sets. Some I just brought hand drums because drums
okay,
were too
okay.
noisy. So yeah, it just depended on the bar.
Okay,
But,
all right, so you were the rhythm instrument, the rhythm.
yeah. So it's either
Yeah.
I either had my drum set or I brought congos or bongos.
Because I've been in bands with a bongo player, and like that guy is just like, why are you here?
Yeah, I would just bring it. I would bring it if they didn't allow us to have drums. And, yeah, so some
I
bars
have
were funny about it.
I have a cajon, which is like that drum box that you
What do you
sit
call
on.
it?
and kind of- A
Yeah,
cajon.
the jump box, yeah.
It's a cajon, and I want to get
Yeah.
another so I can have a nice set of cajones.
So we're playing this one show, and there's one guy in the audience the entire night. It's like, play "Don't Stop Believing." Don't stop believing. And I'm like, we're like it's not really our genre of music.
That's
what,
what,
do, what do you want me to do?
So like at one point I had a mic on the drum set, and like I pulled the mic down. I was on boom mic, and I pulled it down. And I was like, "Don't stop!" And he like lost his shit. Like got super excited. I was like, "No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna play it, dude.
Yeah, psych.
Get out of here."
wait,
Bye.
you were a dark friend before you got on the internet?
Yeah, I was.
So born
How
as
do you
a
have
friend.
children?
He was
Just
a
a small
troll,
town,
like in
no.
person.
Born and raised in South. No.
Yeah, by the way,
man.
South Detroit, now living right near Detroit. South Detroit is Windsor, Ontario, Canada. There
Okay.
is no real South Detroit.
So it's in the blight.
You go south and you go into Canada if you're in Detroit. So
Yeah.
Like,
All
you
right.
would have said maybe born and raised in Corktown
Yeah.
or yeah.
All right.
Anyways.
I've been wondering, Ian. Like,
Yeah.
let's pretend no one's watching. All right, just you and me, baby.
Yeah.
No one is.
You've seen everything the Wheel of Time has given us for the show.
Yeah, just
Are you like, where are you at? Are you thinking this is going to be the bee's knees, or are you going to be like, are you embarrassed? Where you at?
with the
Like-
show and like what it's going to be like on Amazon.
Yeah,
Yes.
how you feeling? How you feeling? Like, like we're doing for years has been talking about Wheel of Time, and now these people have been like showing us these visual images, and we're all like, what the f? And everything's changing, but like we have.
That sounds like Karen Carpenter right now. Shansani, was your mom Karen Carpenter?
Yes.
And I'm sorry if she is. I'm
No,
sorry.
she was the drummer from Death Leppard.
Oh, yeah,
A mother?
Sharon Sharpenter.
One arm.
One arm sharpener.
Yeah. So Ian, how are
Same
you
question?
feeling about the show right now? Like with everything that's coming out and all the press, good and bad. How are you
I've
feeling?
said before anything was even released visually, like I said, I'm just excited to see what they do with it. And because I haven't read that far, really, when you think about it, I'm still only a few books in. I'm excited for all of the other longtime readers that I've met where this has been such a huge part of their life. So I'm excited for you all. I understand what it takes to go from novels like this to the big screen. There's no way to do it exactly how it is in the books. It's impossible. So I'm ready to embrace some of the changes they needed to make it fit the big screen. I'm okay with that. I am a little, I won't say nervous, but hopefully they don't try and go so politically correct that they just fuck the story up. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I don't want them to go so PC they destroy the story. There needs to be context. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, when it was written, what's crazy is when you think about it, when he wrote it, there were some things where he was pushing the boundaries of what was PC, but now we're so far past that. You go back and look at it and be
he's
like
a knuckle dragging primate, right?
Right. So I get
in the 30 years, yeah.
Men and women.
There needs to be balance. I get that.
Who are you?
Let's just not run too far in one direction. And we have critics who are writing about it and they know no more than we do. Well, than you all do. I don't know that much, but you all know as much as there is to know that's been released to the public. And then there's some writers that are like, this is just a female-centered world run by females and all the females do everything and save the female world. And I'm like,
yeah, that's not what I'm reading.
That's not what I've read so far. There's some badass, and so what takes away from it is like there's some badass women that are doing some awesome stuff, like super inspiring. So focus on. I don't know. Hopefully,
I really like that Rand
was
not a focus at all in this trailer. I like that he was on the peripheral, and it seemed like it was more Egwene and Moraine's story, but that's not what the books are. But I liked it in the trailer. I like that it was their focus.
You could do that early on and let that twist come in later. Like there's a way to do that, and it still kind of follow what the books are trying to give us. It's. Yeah.
When should they introduce the actual dragon, Ian?
Say again?
When should they introduce the actual flying dragon?
They did Game of Thrones. It's got multiple seasons out. It's on HBO. You guys can watch it now.
I don't think Ian's seen the dragon. Ryan, spoilers. I don't think Ian has
subscribe
seen the dragon.
To HBO.
All right, well, I mean, he's on the Dragon Reborn.
Game of Thrones.
Do you think that the show should have a mystery as far as which of the boys are the dragon?
Well, if you've heard my most recent conspiracy theories, they're not even predictions, they're conspiracy theories, then yeah. Because recently I've decided that all these different cultures that have different names so it's He Who Comes with the Dawn, it's the Dragon Reborn. What's the sea folk?
The Karamor.
And we're gonna keep meeting cultures that have a different name for it. And our very last episode, I told Chris, I was like, hey man, we've been assuming these are all names for the same person. But what if each one of these is a different person that has to play a different role?
Okay.
And that's where I'm at. That's still possible. So from what I know, sure. Yeah.
How dare you?
How
dare you?
Of those roles, then, would it be Matt and Perrin that would assume as far as where you're at right now? Or someone else? Like the Cormor, who, if it's not Rand, who would it be?
Nynaeve.
Thanks.
Egwene. I'm telling. So, like the most powerful. So, if Nynaeve could figure out how to do it without being angry, she would hands down be the most powerful. But Egwene is the most powerful character I know in the book so far. she, between the two of them, and they're just barely tapping into what they can do. Which has to lead to some very significant role down the road. I don't know, man.
Nynaeve did was a weather.
Do you know where?
She
do you
was?
know where
She was. She was the weatherman.
Right? Yeah, she could sniff the breeze and go, "It's gonna rain." You know?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she knew how to do a green screen, like walking and like. Sorry.
I don't know if Jordan was ready for that to happen in his days when he was writing this, but at this point, when I'm reading and what I see of potential of all these characters, I mean, it could be anyone. I don't know.
As long as she has the right shoes. Because I just looked at my wall and I realized my wife put this up. My wife actually decorated. Hold on, let me turn the camera around. So she put this on the wall. Let's see if I can. It's a Marilyn Monroe quote. Can you read it?
It says, "Give a girl the right shoes." Yeah, you read it. I can't read it.
And she can conquer the world.
Give the girl the right shoes, and she can conquer the world.
I just looked up, like right as Ian was talking, and like I was like, I didn't know my wife put that up there.
Profound.
I feel like if that's the theme of any story put on the big screen today, I feel like people are going to be upset with that.
I think they would. My wife actually put that up there. Yeah, I was just like looking up there. It's like conquering world. Okay, that's probably going to be a little offensive.
Yeah, she put it up there, but you put it on YouTube. So who's the real?
I'm a dark friend. I'm a well-known dark friend.
So Will Reeds, what's your favorite philosopher? Well, I have a Marilyn Monroe quote up on my wall.
I could go
look at every
Nietzsche,
day
but
for
I'm
inspiration.
Now, and so here's the thing: Marilyn Monroe. You should look into her. Ridiculously fucking smart.
Okay.
Like people just know. Well, people that know Marilyn Monroe. She was pretty and she had like a dress that blew in the wind. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Crazy smart, like IQ through the roof. So,
Marilyn Monroe actually was part of the team that created the microwave. Yeah,
I feel like I relate to Marilyn because Dan and I are just like we're constantly like blowing people's mind through humor, but like really, we're one of the smartest duos you'll ever meet on the internet.
Right. And every time I walk over a vent, my dress blows up way over my face, and I'm like eek eek, but I don't move. I just push my dress.
Yeah, like, how do I get out of this? I just stand there.
But you only
I just stand there. Yeah,
you just push it down a little bit.
I'm so smart, I can't get out of this.
Just enough. Yeah. Fair enough.
I believe it. I mean, Joe DiMaggio was apparently a pretty intellectual person, and I imagine they were a formidable couple at dinner parties.
Agreed. I concur.
So Ryan,
Alex, you concur?
I'm just more confused by why this is even happening on a Wheel of Time show right now.
Ryan, do you want to do thank you, Internet?
No.
Okay.
It's time to go.
I hear the wrap up music.
No.
Ray wants to go.
We're at 2 hours. We're good. Like save that shit.
Okay.
I'm reading the room too.
Tom.
Das Boot.
Tom.
Das Boot. Well, I have one game we can do really fast though. No.
Tom is not just a dark friend. Hold on.
Tell me, Ian.
Tom is not just a dark friend. He is a Forsaken.
Tom is?
Yep.
Tom Maryland?
All right. Wrap it up. Yep. Y'all have a good night.
Way to drop a